Now I can see. What it comes down to is the fact that you enjoy treading on those things we hold sacred.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is that why you are here?
Hey, listen!
God!
We out here mad ethnic right now.
Hello, my favorite cunts and assholes. Welcome to Randomly Relevant. And, yeah, what's up? So, what a crazy week it's been. It hasn't been a crazy week. It's been a fucking awesome week. Destiney 2 update release called Forsaken, and I've been grinding my little fucking heart out to get to the high light level to be raid ready, because I'm aiming for worlds first for pretty much bragging rights. It won't do me no better or whatever. I was actually trying to practice making content for video games, and basically wanted to make a guide. I wanted to do it today, and the fact of the matter is I could not do it because I physically, as far as grinding out and playing the game and then trying to maintain your job life, I just fucking physically it was one of the rare times in my life I could not push myself any further. I needed to sleep. Sleep is super important. And no! Oh no! Okay, wait. No! Why did this happen? Why on earth? Oh, the luck! God damn it! No. That's literally the worst place it could possibly have spilled. Okay, alright, so just to give you a little fuck. So no. Okay. So okay, god damn it. Okay, I messed up. I just spilled my damn drink on my laptop, right on the goddamn keys. And it's where, if you look on the computer, is where the motherboard is, and it just directs all the information. So when you tell it to do something or whatever, it goes between the RAMs and hard drive. It doesn't matter. It's like the worst place you could possibly spill something, because once the fucking motherboard goes up, it's pretty much a useless piece of shit after that. Trust and believe. You can get around other things. I didn't want to stop recording because this bitch is already late today. It's already, I was trying to live stream and grind my heart. First of all, I love the fact that Destiney 2 was such a grind. They should have released it on Labor Day, but I guess they didn't want fathers not playing with their kids. That is such a shitty thing to assume. There's girl gamers too. Mothers don't. Pretty sure. I highly think that's all right, maybe it's because I think it's more likely for a father to not play with his son. Because, let's face it, when you're a male, you never had any physical connection to your son. You really have to, I'd imagine, having a kid really is like having a dog that slowly learns how to talk, you know? But, so what else is? I was playing Destiny 2 to Forsaken. I had to clean this up and get all this cleaned up and still try to talk, because I gotta get this shit out. I try to stick to a schedule each week, and if something else comes, I was trying to practice for this load. One, I want to say that my endurance level is much higher than what it was. So everything that we were like, okay, why aren't we able to go through a 12-hour day? I would only be able to go through 12 hours a day. I was super hyped about it had to be I don't know, but I had all this energy and I was hyper. I have to slow down when I talk, because I know when I drink energy drinks, I start to speed up my conversation once I have that caffeine in me. And I have been off it for a while and I like it or whatever, but gaming 10 hours a day, going to work has not been the easiest thing to do. At all, in the least, motherfucker. Oh my god, dude. One, I've enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I missed grinding Destiny that way, and I can't even be up. Grinding this way has been really good. It's been a long time or whatever. That I've tried to play a game this way. Before that, Destiny 1 felt kind of like you were doing laundry, like you were doing chores, and that wasn't so fun. I'm actually only taking a break today. I got to the point where I got into the Dreaming City and I started working on my light level. So that's been going well, except for I took the night off yesterday because I was exhausted, and I was like, all right, I think I'm at where everyone else is at, which is a horrible thing to do. But I was like, I need to be ready for work tomorrow, and I also I needed to do shit, and I wanted to because we just talked about, I still have to be responsible. I can't go into full outlaw mode just immediately, you know? I'm going to turn this up a little bit and see what happens. Just not too far. Okay, here we go. So I am working towards that. I'm like, all right, so we can't be an outlaw now because, like, if it was, the fact of the matter, something bad would have to happen, and then I would have to be forced to keep up. However, what I decided to work on, I'm hoping that this thing doesn't get too buggy, right? Right, my friend? Okay. So when I was working, when I was doing the grind or whatever, I was still trying to manage my life in a way. What made it really rare was there was a 3-day weekend before the reset, and I also had some vacation time. So I was like, if I give myself 24 hours to gain, to gain, or 24 hours to gain, could I beat the game, beat the story mode, grind everything out, and then make a guide that would combine? Because I feel like I'm dual wielding two swords here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be part of this internet meme community, this internet content creator community that shows all these unique people with different views and just like different insights. I've actually found it more enjoyable now to hear someone else's disposition, because it used to be, why I didn't enjoy listening to everybody's disposition, because sometimes, just sometimes, it feels like as though people are blaming you for people's shitty actions. I'm like, whoa, I didn't sign off on this. Like, cis males, whatever the fuck that means. Cis males don't have a meeting each month. We don't go to the He-Man Woman Haters Club and, be like, all right, put it on the screen. Fuck that bitch. Like, that's never happened before, And but being a part of this content creator community, I like the weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Like, the weirdos are cool. And also be a stand-up comedian. Those are another weirdo. So people say that you can't, because I do understand, but you can. You can do both. I can allow time for my own self and my brain to kind of be myself, and because it's different, and I really don't know how to explain it. But just like I am mediocre here, I am also mediocre in stand-up comedy. But nah, dead ass though. Like, these two things are true. But that's because I'm putting the same amount of work in them. Now, okay, if I just completely dedicated to my time to stand-up, would I be a better comedian? Yes. But at the same time, when you're doing some of these open mics, it gets to a point of diminishing returns, because you are only really being funnier than some nights of the river. Like, it's really hard to explain, but you always have to be prepared for a tornado, but the tornado has no schedule to it. Like, you need to stockpile your weapons, because there's going to be a night out of nowhere that shit is fire. Like, everybody fire, and then you're not prepared, and you don't want to be caught. Like, you really don't want to be in the motherfucker bringing the show down. But and I've been working on these things, and I'm getting incrementally better, like, each time, and I'm enjoying that, and I like doing things this way. Whether or not or who respects it or understands it necessarily doesn't really matter to me, as so much as, like, making sure and reaffirming what I'm doing. So I do have various skills and stuff like that help me and assist me in doing the things that I'm doing right now, getting closer. I'm enjoying the struggle. I'm even enjoying the failure, because it's weird. I know why we have a bad relationship with failure is because we failed at things that we didn't want to do. Or we failed at things that we didn't understand why it was important at the time. That's a possibility too. And because the failure of that from a second party, when you want to try things, you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. And getting out of your comfort zone is super important for growth as a person, because you're not always going to be comfortable. You're not always going to have everything you need. Shit's not always going to be okay, and you need to be fucking prepared for that. I'm definitely like I've that's just been my fucking life. Just preparing. You know, a wise man once said, "Hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst." And I think that is some good advice to go by. Shit was fire, man. But these last couple of months have just been like, I don't know, like these last couple of months have been like, in a way, centering, like, well, besides my older brother dying, but the making, I'm specifically talking about the creativity process of stand up and the creativity process of making content for the internet. And I don't even, like I said, I don't even make content for the internet anymore. I make content for people who make content. I'm your favorite. I guess one day I want to be your favorite content maker's content maker or some shit. A comedian's comedian, because I just like that role. It doesn't sell tickets. It doesn't whatever. Like, but you know what? Like, I'm just in a weird place where I'm good with let me get this nut. Let me get what I need, and if I can do what I want, I'm happy. Like, I figure like the game's done. Everything else that really is just fucking noise, man. Every little thing else is just fucking noise, status, all the other shit. That's me. I don't think that's going to be everybody. You know, it's kind of crazy that people don't see, whatever. Which is true. Like, I think there is something to be said about being at top of your game. There's definitely something about being at top of your game. Because you ever think you know somebody's level and then you see their true level and you're like, holy fuck. Like, I don't want, I really don't feel like, I don't, like, not even on some scare shit, like, I don't want to compete, which is weird. Like, I just want to be good, you know? I don't want to compete. I don't want to be better than the next person. I just want to be funny. I want to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be whack. Like, who doesn't? No shit. Like, who the fuck wants to be whack? Right? Fucking missed. Anyway. What else we talking about here? Fucking grinding Destiney, fucking a crazy ass week, all this other shit. So another thing I want to talk about is me and how I handle this situation. I want to talk about it because basically I acted out of character. Maybe I acted out of character, or I acted a way that I usually don't. But I'm going to talk about it because, hey, we're just gonna put it out there because it happened. It happened, and I'm possibly an asshole, possibly not, or maybe I just was the bigger dick. Who knows at this point? So, me and the girlfriend, I talk about her every goddamn week, but it was just weird because she just didn't like my behavior because I was a little more aggressive than maybe I should have been, in her opinion. My opinion was no, because there were things going on and I don't think you saw them. I don't think you are fully aware of the situation, and I handled it accordingly because, hey, this was the situation. So as we go to the store, she wanted a snack. I was like, fuck, let's go get it. She was like, oh, I'm going to the store. It's like 9 p.m. or even, I think it's like 9 p.m. or whatever the fuck. So we go to the store. It's a fucking Ralph's. And, you know, because it's a 24-hour Ralph's too. Like, they have all types of shit. Actually, I didn't know it was so close. So that's why I went. Because I was tired of not, come on, interference. I know what the problem is. I know exactly what the problem is. Just going to get rid of that. See? Amazing. Right? That's what happened. You're probably like, what the fuck? That's because, like, that buzzing was feedback that was coming from electricity. And so I just got rid of the thing that had power going to it over that wire. Because everything is definitely a mess because I've been streaming a lot of Destiny 2. And it's just been awesome. I got to pretend I was a content creator for 2 days. I got to pretend I was a content creator. And I'm kind of happy with the results. I was like, okay, like the game grinding, it like requires the same type of commitment as stand up as you keep going almost until you die. Almost until you die. You don't want to go overboard, but almost until you die is where the line goes with, like, you know, the repetition and the keep going of gaming and stand up comedy. Or like in that aspect, you can almost like it's almost getting addicted to the thrill in a way. What else? Fuck. Yeah. So another thing I want to talk about is the fucking situation I was in. Got sidetracked because of the, electric again. I hear it again, and I know why it's doing that. All right, let's try this. Let's try this too. Huh? Better? Better. Yep. Thank God. That degree did not go to waste. Anyway, so this situation was, what happened was we were coming back from the store, and there was just this guy pulled in front of the garage, like pulled in front of the garage where we pull in the car. Let it, it's important for her to park in the garage because I kind of want her protected that way. Like it's like a bunch of reasons. It's just better for her to keep her car in the garage. Anyway, because his car literally parked like up on, not only up on the curb, but diagonally parked in a way where no one can get, like, it's almost, you couldn't get in or out into the garage. Like, it was just parked there. Now, before it, so behind the car, so it was weird. So it was so fucking weird. Now that, all right, so the garage was blocked up, but there was a parking space. Like, there's like parallel parking or street parking where the garages are too. So there was a space. There was literally a car space in between the garage. So on the left side of the garage, you had plenty of space to park a car, and on the right side of it, you had plenty of place to park a car. And they weren't parked there. They literally blocking the fucking garage. So we see this, and the girlfriend hits the turn signal, and then she stops for a second, and these two are just fucking running off at the mouth and don't do anything, and then she just drives around the corner and then parks around back in a, like, sometimes I park in this weird alley. And the thing is that you can sometimes park in the alley. There's nothing saying you shouldn't, but you shouldn't because cars speed through there all the time and they could possibly hit your shit. It's a dark alley. You got, like, I wouldn't park, my car is black, so I would never park it there. Like, but I do sometimes if there's no space, and she can just park in the fucking garage. So, I was like, why are you driving around the corner? And she just laughed. I was like, all right, what's going on? Like, I was trying to talk to her about what's going on, and she's just laughing. And I was like, what the fuck is so funny? I don't understand. And she was just like, I was like, what is this? What's going on? And she just wouldn't talk. And I was like, are you scared of them? Like, what the fuck? She's like, no. I was like, all right, why won't you park? And she was just going to sit. She was going to drive around the block until they moved their car. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, no, like, let's go. Like, she was like, no, don't worry about it. I was like, no, let's park in the garage where we're fucking supposed to. No one's supposed to be parked there. Like, I understand if you have to because your car broke down or some other shit, cool, but no one should be parked there. Or at least let's find out what's going on because, hey, I can fix cars, and hey, I'm probably going to do a better job than what the fuck's going on. Because if you're fixing your car at night, you would need a flashlight any fucking way, which they didn't have. That's not the point. So we go there, and these motherfuckers are just talking. The car isn't broken down. Nothing. So I was like, hey, can someone please move this car? And homeboy steps closer and says, what? And I was like, yo, move your car. And he was like, and then he fixes his mouth to say no. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck do you mean no? Move your fucking car. And then he was like, I live here. And I was like, so the fuck what? That's our fucking garage. Move your fucking car before I do. They moved the car after that. But before he did that, homeboy steps closer and then starts looking all in the car. So I step out of the car and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is good? What's really fucking good? And he backed off. Got in the car, park it in the garage. I go to walk in. I look back. And he's looking at us. Looking at me and my girl. So I was trying to figure out, for the life of me, the fuck is he looking at? So I turn around. And I was like, talking about you live here. Bitch, we live here too. What's up? And then he was like, I didn't know. Okay, cool. The situation was, hey, first of all, what the fuck were you doing? Two, when I told you not to do that, you, like, all the questioning me, like, I should not have to explain this shit to you. There was nothing you were dead ass wrong. Who does that shit? That is some inconsiderate, non-aware shit to begin with anyway. Could I have been nicer in this situation? Sure. Was I? Fuck no. And so was she didn't like seeing that. She had never seen me that way before. I do treat her with I treat all my girlfriends with essentially kid gloves, and maybe that is my problem. Like, I don't, because you're getting to know somebody. So she had never seen me it's almost been a year, yo. I've almost been with this girl for a whole year, and she has never seen me be aggressive before. She's seen me be an asshole. She's seen me be funny. She's never seen me. That's kind of crazy to me, because I feel like a much more aggressive person than I care to admit. But she had never seen me like that before. And so she told me that she didn't like it. And I told her, who gives a fuck? Because I don't think you understand. Like, she was like, hey, he was moving. No, they weren't. They were trying to give us lip. And he also felt as though, what is this saying? He also felt as though that it was okay. He didn't have to move. That was his space. It wasn't. He lied. Your car was nowhere near that garage. Your car has no business being in the garage. Like, you felt like you didn't have to move. Maybe because, and another thing I've been getting a lot in this neighborhood is almost like, yo, brown people don't fucking live here. Like, they usually don't see it. Like, it's right. Brown, like, it's almost like that. But I told her, I was like, yo, this situation called for aggression. I wasn't just aggressive for no reason. She was like, I don't like that, because aggressive is like someone trying to take control, and I don't like people who try to control people and this, that, and the third. I was like, do you think I'm that type of person? She was like, no. Cool. Something happened here, and then shit wasn't on the up and up. Yo, why the fuck you looking into her car, not our car? Why the fuck you looking into the car, and then why you think you gonna step forward? What, were you looking for people? Were you trying to see how many people was there? Because if it was just me, what, you and your boy was going to do what? I wish they fucking would have. But that's not the point. I don't know why he was stepping forward, but his body language and his verbal were telling me not good things. One, he didn't want to move. Two, his body language told me, make me. And I wanted to let him know that I'm willing to take it there if it gotta go there. Like, I wasn't, I don't want to be, but yo, like, you need to move your car before I do. Because I was going to move his car. I was dead ass going to move the car. Like, what it is. It may be in the middle of the fucking street. I don't know. But it's weird. It's really weird. I don't think that it's a. I try. I really do try to be a goofy person. But yo, when shit gets weird, it's time to get weird. Like, I be trying to explain that to her sometimes, but she just didn't like my aggression. And I told her, I was like, yo, that's a part of my personality. I'm not going to tone myself back because to make you feel better. Like, that's not, because the situation called for aggression. Like, you may not have saw that. And she was like, no, it didn't. No. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you were scared to get out of the car. Okay, cool. But you were scared to even tell them to move from your motherfucking space. And now I have to deal with it. And here's the thing. You get what you pay for, this was free. It didn't cost you nothing. But it's not going to be, I'm not going to wrap it in a bow. The situation didn't call for that. So her critique, she was trying to critique me, which you should be able to take critique. I should take it in. Could I have done better? Sure. But no, there was some squirrely ass shit was going down, and I reacted. What do you want me to do? And that's what I'm saying. Like, there are going to be bad parts of me. There's going to be some good parts of me. I love being a sweethearted person. Sometimes I'm not. Because the situation may not call for that. And you can't fault me or condemn me for being a certain way if some shit goes down. Like, I'm not, because I want to live, yo. Like, word is bond, I want to fucking live. That's what I want. More than anything, I want to stay alive. If there's a situation that I kind of feel like is going to threaten me, then there might be another side, okay? Like, and I don't have any problems with that. Like, but you're not going to sit here and tell me that I should be a different way because it makes you feel better. Like, because I feel like that's compromising yourself. Yo, you're weird. This shit's funny. Because like, you can't just keep letting funny acting motherfuckers around you. That doesn't make any fucking sense, you know. Like, and we live totally different lives. Like, at the end of the day, like, we live completely different lives. Hold on one second. I got my fucking PF Chang's. Hold on. No, Panda Express cooking in the oven because I did a bunch of shit today. Hold on, bitches. It's good too. I cannot wait to eat it. But I feel like if I talk, even when I'm getting it, there won't be any dead air. So, all right. So that's what happened. And you know what? If you feel as though I handled this situation wrong, hit me up on Twitter, because I'll be one to listen to. Like, I would like to know how you was going to handle the situation. Let me know on Twitter. Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know. Bring your friends into it. What the fuck ever. But we live two different lives, and she has been able to get by so far because she just like she gets like she gets job offers, but she's gotten job offers because for shit that she hadn't even like applied for, and she should take every opportunity her way. Like, congratulations, boo boo, do your thing. But I gotta like kind of scratch and, you know, whatever. And so that's kind of my mentality about things. Sometimes she can like be kind of complainy about things sometimes, because like it's a nice gig, and then she kind of gets mad about having to do her job, but she wants to do more. And the cruel thing that I don't say is like, well, you don't have the skills necessarily to do those things other than what they're giving you. So if you want to do more, show them you can do more. And it's not my place to give her that advice. That's, you know, she gets these jobs because like the dean of her college happens to have a lot of connections, and so keeping which is a fantastic college. Like, that's why you send your kids to the right colleges or the right schools. Basically, they send her they literally sent her jobs. Like, when she got off of one show, she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to get another show again." And then literally her university called her, said, "We have an application. Would you like to apply to this job?" And she was like, "Yeah, okay." Yeah. And then he was like, "Okay, send me your stuff and I'll do it for you." And she got this job, and it was awesome. I think she's on Black Lightning. Like, isn't that so dope? She's on Black Lightning, not on it like on the show. Like, she works in post. So, like, good for her. Like, good for her. I was so happy. I was like, that's so dope. Like, you know, but she kind of complains about the things she has to do, and I'm like, and I don't say anything. I just listen. I'm like, That, wow, I can't believe someone would ask you to do that. And I don't say shit. Like, I don't, because I think sometimes if people want to vent, let them complain, and then hopefully they work their way through it on their own, and just don't be critical and all judgy and shit. But that's like one thing I think is weird. But like I said, we're just two different people, and our lives are in two different places because of that, probably, you know. And I don't know, but she just wanted me to like handle the situation better, and I think I handled the situation the best I could with the information given at the time. Like, homeboy was acting real fucking funny. What, you thought you had, like, what, you gonna beat me up because you parked in a fucking parking space, bro? No, and I'm not gonna fucking sit there and let you neither. Like, but it's just two different people. She'd rather be passive. She told me she's like, and I asked her, I was like, how many times has that happened where you're trying to get home from work and someone's been parked there? Oh, no, that's never happened before. So this is the first time this happened. Yes. Okay. Oh, how am I talking for her? You fucking idiot. You're fucking, you are the fuckiest of boys, young nailer. I swear to God. You are a fuck boy. You're a fuck boy. You're a fuck boy. Man, so I just try to, I don't know. Sometimes it's just really hard to be with another person. And so she just didn't like that. I don't know if I can I don't like being aggressive either. I don't, but I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. I really want to live. And so I'm not going to do something that's going to compromise me being alive. you know, and that's how I reacted. Like, that's how I reacted in that situation. And she had to understand no. And I was like, look, there are two different types of people. There are people who paralyze in fear, and there's some people who feel alive in fear. But there's people who can react to fear in a way, and I did. And I guess it doesn't really matter. I sound like a police officer, don't I? But she didn't like the way I reacted, and I felt like I reacted what was necessary because I didn't know what this motherfucker was doing. I don't know him, you know. I just see, like, for all we know, like, they could have been, which I don't think the illest intention, but these motherfuckers people get robbed that way. I've seen that. Yeah, I've definitely seen where people, like, if you get robbed, it's your fucking neighbors. It's your fucking neighbors. And, that's just because any police officer, any detective will tell you that shit. Oh, yeah, when you get robbed, it's somebody you know. Somebody you know knew you were out of town that weekend, and they went in there and they took your shit. Nobody ever sees anything. How the fuck does anyone never not see anything? I've had neighbors pay attention to when I move into places. So how the fuck does no one see anything when somebody's robbing it just because it's nighttime? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, just to I the situation got squirrely. I handle it as such. Was it the best thing? Probably not. Let me see this. What is this? Okay, cool. A lot of things happening in the news this week. I guess is the news portion of the podcast now. I just like talking about current events because they're kind of fun. I've been thinking about the Doja Cat situation, and the more I think about it, the more fucked it seems. And because she's quote unquote canceled because she said the F word. And at first, I had it was definitely used a lot. And unfortunately, not it was used in my household. I knew it was a bad word. I never said the word, but somebody else did, kind of a lot. It not even at the person. Just in any time there was a bad derogatory thing happened. God damn it! The 90s were rough too. Anyway, shit, even into the 2000, like maybe, but the young girl made a young 18-year-old girl who dropped out of high school made a mistake, and we're all like, oh no, forgiveness. Like, we gotta learn forgiveness, and I may not be the one to give it to people. But I think we definitely have overreacted about the Doja Cat situation. I don't even know who snitched on her, but I'm going to assume like the Doja Cat situation is basically every. All right, I don't know if you noticed this, the trend this year. Anytime there's like a happy black girl around there somewhere, there's always like a pissed off woman somewhere. Like, I'm talking about like just hips, waist, like hands on her hips, looking like she's calling customer service and shit. And so I feel like that's what happened with Doja Cat. Like, who's out here snitching on somebody? Like, because you really had to go through her Twitter from 2 years ago. Like, people really dug up her fucking tweets just to I feel like there really is like a slam culture or to bring people down culture now at this point, because who goes back that far for real? I don't understand. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What do you gain from dragging somebody? Which I guess you feel good because you get to knock somebody off a pedestal. Like, yes, and you take and you don't get to take that place. Like, it's it really is a minor. How do I say this? It's a minor victory in your probably very miserable life. I really think so. You can't what's the point in knocking people off pedestals when you can build your own? But it's hard to do that, isn't it? It's easier to sweep the leg, Johnny, than it is to actually build your own shit. It is. It just fucking is. But luckily for me, I enjoy building my own shit. Why did I make this about me? I'm a piece of shit. I think one should enjoy. That's what makes me seem all woke and shit. I believe one should enjoy. One should enjoy building their own life. That's what I believe. There's pain with that. There is struggle with that. There is uncertainty with that. There are people who will leave out of your life. There are people who will fake cheer you on. There are people who will love you because you're always you. There will be people who will be really into that. There will be people who will follow that example. And so you have to be willing to take all that shit. But, you know, because the people who sweep pedestals almost always don't really get too far. You know, and I guess there really is a drag culture. That's another thing I've had to come to grips with, actually. There is a drag culture on the internet. There is a negative aspect to everybody's personality. There's a negative aspect to everybody's culture. Making my connections between the two, between a person is in a, you know, it takes a person is just a person, or a person has a personality, but a bunch of personalities is what you get in a culture, kind of like how cells create tissue, you know, in a weird way. I think you guys know what I'm saying. But there's a negative aspect to cultures. Like I've had to accept some negative shit to my male culture that I don't like digesting at all. I'm like, people say that shit. People do that shit. Like, I really hate the fact that there's toxicity in gaming. I hate the fact that they're just like, because the assholes come in all forms. The best people, the most optimistic people have a platform, but so do some assholes too. Just like having cars. Cars aren't bad. Guns aren't bad. But an asshole with a gun and an asshole with a car are just as fucking dangerous. Like, and I've even been wrong in some shit. So I was looking at the Ariana Grande situation as it was unfolding, because that's how Twitter does. So they were showing, like, who the fuck does some shit? First of all, poo-poo on you motherfuckers. Like, I'm going to poo-poo on some people, and then I'm going to be like, sorry about that to one person. Then we're never going to talk about this shit. You'll never hear me talk about this shit again. One, I was seeing the picture of these old-ass men in front of Ariana Grande, and then people trying to talk about her black dress. And my whole thing was like, it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, I don't get it. She's like, I don't like her music. Ariana Grande is kind of like, it's super whatever to me. However, I do appreciate the fact that she's a fan of these people, and so she's followed in her footsteps, and she kind of made that known, you know. And I did kind of think she was cool when she was wearing cat ears on stage. I thought that was kind of dope. But other than that, I don't even really listen to her shit like that. But I do know that she is a fan of the OGs of her time, and she got the spotlight, and she just be touring and shit. Cool. Oh, she fucked Big Sean? What's up? What I was upset about was like the criticism of her black dress, and then trying to make it look like the first picture I saw was, you know, Bill Clinton, some pastor, and then another old guy, and then Ariel Grande out front, and then like the picture was kind of like they couldn't handle themselves in front of this young lady, which I was like, oh, let's just make a random fucking narrative, whatever, and because, you know, that's how you get clicks. And then the story unfolded that one of these motherfuckers really grabbed her under the boob, like on the low. How are you going to try and grab somebody's titty when all those people are watching? And regardless if you did it on accident, first of all, I don't even know why you would even grab somebody like that. Like, and you could thought it was all love and this, that, and the third. And Ariana Grande hasn't said shit or so far that I know about. But I just thought it was like real shitty that person, like, first of all, pastor, we just learned, or whatever the fuck you're called, Englishman. I don't know. Like, those motherfuckers dress, all of them dress weird, yo. All of them, either they all dress like a king of comedy, like, they either dress like a king of comedy, or they dress like they're overdressed for sleep. Like, that's really what pastors do to me, or whatever you call them, people of the Lord. They're so fucking weird. But why would you even grab her that way? And then you know the climate right now. Like, you know the climate. No, like, don't, just keep fucking hands to yourself. You know, like, you know the climate on two levels with him. You know the first climate that, yo, preachers touch little kids. Boom, we got a picture of it right there. And then even just the, like, females aren't safe. Fuck, like, god damn it. Like, why did you just had to prove the point? You just had to blatantly prove the point. Yeah, we can still do this shit even at a funeral. The fuck are you thinking, bro? You couldn't, oh my god, like, what? Yo, like, you're old as shit. You don't have any more gas in the tank. Like, you're done. I can't wait to get old. So like, you don't, like, you need help to get it up. So why the fuck are you even excited about sex? Women, like, horny older women, I get it. because I think their shit just takes the fuck off later on. I think that's the legend. That's probably sexist as shit. But you like the fucking but like you're old. Like the fuck, man. And I was just like, and then it was a bullshit apology, and it was just like whatever. Like so, yeah, I poo-pooed the pastor. I kind of like those shitty people. I get those old people probably had thoughts. I don't know why. I guess she's attractive. Like she's not my slice of cake, like in the least. But like whatever, you know. Fucking. It's not that she's not like yeah, like Big Sean dated her or whatever. I don't know. It's not my like. She doesn't seem like a bad person. Is generally what I guess I'm trying to say. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not part of it. If Ariana Grande has like a Grande hive or whatever, or they probably call the Grandes. If she doesn't have a burrito clan or something, she said totally have the Grande burrito clan says leave her the fuck alone. You know, like they swarm you. No, they don't swarm you. They throw. I don't fucking. The point is that like why would you underhook somebody's titty like that? But yo, pastors be touchy feely. You know what? Like that's why people don't fuck with the church anymore. No, I don't want my kid to get dick down. That's yes, I'm an atheist. If it means keeping a dick out of my child, I'm an atheist. Like fuck it. It's the one job. It's my one job as a parent. It's one of the jobs I have to do. I keep my child from getting molested. I'd rather not risk it, and people still do that shit. I just thought about because I had an ex that was a pastor's child, and she never went into it, but she's like, "Yep, some shit definitely happened to all three of us. It was her and her two sisters." And then she was like, "Not only did it happen to all three of us, it happened to us in the same room, and the bravest one fucking took the most of it because like sometimes we just wouldn't want to do it like at all. Like we were refused at all." And I was like, "What the who?" And they were refused to give a name. You know, actually the other two, when she told me that, the other two started to hate me. It was so shitty because I couldn't fix it. It wasn't my fault. You spend time with somebody, and especially back then, me and her used to drink all the time together. So she would tell me some shit, and I'd be like, "What?" And not to even make an apology, but man, yo, keep your fucking hands to yourself, you asshole. And then poo-poo on the, like, it's no secret how those motherfuckers are. Like, it was almost like these people wanted to parade them and show who they are. Like, in a weird way, I want to show you who they are, by the way. Like, even it might have been Aretha Franklin's, like, plan. Which would be crazy, right? That would be crazy. But it was like almost like somebody was like, let me show you who these people, let me show you who these dogs are. And sure enough, they came out. Like, it was so weird because you couldn't keep your shit together. And like, the awareness, I guess, is such an issue. Like, I guess that's what today's podcast will be about in general, is like my theme today is fucking awareness. Awareness to the people around you. Like, I'm always paying attention to people. I do generally try to say hi, but if people seem like they don't want to talk, then I'll just leave them alone. But awareness of yourself and where you are in the universe, it's so fucking key and vital. And you know what? I appreciate people like that have awareness of themselves. But if you don't, you are wasting space on so many levels. Sorry. Like, and not even like to be like, oh, you're not aware or nobody cares. Like, there's just some people who really don't fucking pay attention to the world around them. And that is so fucking agitating sometimes. Like, almost like you can't really just, and by awareness, I think you can't live a life where you think you're the only fucking important person.
It's not no unholy nigga, it's an Arab nigga in the store. You know what you want? Money, nigga. You know what your bitch want? You know why they be like, can't fuck with you? Cause you don't got no money, my nigga. Bitches do not want a nigga with no money. But did you not learn this in Harlem lesson number 1? You can't keep saying you a Harlem nigga, you don't want that Skrilla, nigga. Come on, B, it's home of the hustlers, nigga. Nigga, that's all they gotta understand is the hood, nigga. It's make guap or die, nigga. What you think? Cause you gotta know, my nigga, money's not evil, nigga. Go tell them niggas in Polo you don't wanna make no money, nigga. What they gonna say? Oh, you right? Hell selling, bagging up is, my nigga? It's so boring, my nigga. There is no underground. Joe Budden's is on his fourth mixtape selling shit. The underground is hot, nigga. There's no underground, nigga. You don't see Raekwon and these niggas on the block. You don't see none of them niggas on the block. There's no more block, nigga. It's over for the block. You ask any nigga on the block, do they want to be on the block? They gonna say no, nigga.